Hello again, modelers, and welcome to the mouse Werx. And I've got a little addendum about the AK Real Colors. I bought originally the military colors, and I did a review of them, mixing them with different thinners. And I did not airbrush them, but I was trying to see the compatibility of the thinners. I did not use their thinner. I did use lacquers, enamels, Tamiya, VMS, water, and Windex, and alcohol. Anyways, you can look up my video on that with some interesting results. Now, I do like their paints. The military were very nice that they worked with different kinds of thinners and actually worked with water pretty well. I did not use their own thinner in the fact that unfortunately it's not available everywhere, so I wanted to make sure that they thinned with something that I had and could get locally or easily. So they have what they call high compatibility thinner. Anyways, so to give you an idea of what that actually sprays like, I've actually got a piece here that I did, and I used their interior tan color, or kind of off-white color I should say, and I sprayed it on here on my Jag Panther gun system, and it actually, I used Windex to thin it, and it actually worked pretty well. It was pretty thick, so I had to thin it quite a ways to get it to spray correctly, but it sprayed down pretty good. Not bad, good coverage, good looks, and it's over a black primer, by the way, so good coverage. Okay, I recently bought the AK Air Colors big old monster wooden box. Very glad that they got all the colors and got the correct colors, and they did the research on trying to make sure they were all correct. So after I sprayed that, right after I sprayed that, I decided to spray. I'm doing a Hawk in 30-second scale T1, and it works. It needs a kind of a bluish gray for the cockpit colors. So after researching a little bit, I came up with their color that is called Azure Blue, because it has a little bit of a blue tint to it. So loaded it up, decided to do exactly what I did with this one, and guess what? I used the Windex, and I'll show you what happened. If you can see it in here, see that little thing that looks like gum or snot? That's what happened the minute it touched the Windex. I mean, it turned into gum. It did not thin hardly in any which way. I mean, this is just instantaneously it did this. So, and that was with a fresh pipette, no cross-contamination or anything. So I thought, okay, well, that's interesting. So I went back to water. Okay. See that little blob there? And see the water hanging in there and just separated? That's what water did. So, and this was shaken up completely. Mystified again. I figured I'll use my VMS, which is similar to Tamiya thinner and works with Tamiya's really well. It's a leveling thinner. And put it in there, and lo and behold, guess what? More gummy stuff. Again, instantaneously gummed it up. Fresh pipette. So I'm beginning to wonder to myself, what the hell's going on? So knowing they're a lacquer, I went ahead and used a lacquer thinner, straight off the shelf type lacquer thinner from Lowe's, and it mixed awesome. Completely clean, no graininess, nothing. So I went ahead and shot it, and it came out awesome. A semi-gloss, nice smooth finish over the primer. This is the primer that I've used was the Stynylrez Res, and Stynylrez Gray, and it covered awesome. Didn't clog up in the airbrush, sprayed smooth, no graininess, no nothing, worked awesome. So I thought, well, maybe I will try enamel thinner. Well, look what happened to that. It did not gum up, but it just separated, and the colors and the pigment are just completely broken down to their own components. So enamel thinner doesn't work worth beans either. So I'm not really angry because I like these colors, but I just am putting this video out to let people know that unless for some reason I got a problem batch with this is just, like I said, a random color I picked. These ones work only with lacquer thinner. They probably work with a Gunzy thinner, probably Tamiya lacquer thinner. These ones, unless they've changed the formula from when I bought these I bought about a year ago, a little more, will actually stretch out to work with some of the water-based acrylic type thinners. So this is basically a acrylic, this is a lacquer. Now I don't know what, maybe someone can fill me in on what went wrong. Like I said, I used clean equipment. It happened so fast, it was just really strange. There was no heat, there was no moisture, nothing like that. So anyways, if you're going to use the AK Air, use lacquer thinner. Doesn't seem to matter. Like I said, I used off-the-shelf stuff from Lowe's, and it worked fine. It worked excellent, actually. So I just wish they had said something, because they keep saying on the advertising for this one that it's water-based, so you use everything down to water. This one, they don't say anything, but they say all real colors are the same. So, well, I shouldn't say they say them the same, but they say real colors they are acrylic lacquers. So anyways, don't know what's going on, but I think I will do some more testing, and I will let you guys know if anything changes. And if AK is listening, or if anybody talks to AK, please let me know what's going on. I would just like to know an answer and what to use. And I would like to use their thinner, but like I said, I want to have something that's always available. So these I had to actually order from Spain. That's how hard they are to get in the United States right at the moment. So thanks for watching, and comments welcome. Thanks. Oh, and by the way, that's the interior off-white with the thinner of Windex, and you can see it thinned just fine versus Windex and the Air colors. So again, thanks again.